right, Shawn right here with another episode of Shawn Ray Unleashed here at musculardevelopment.com. And for all you Raider haters, yes, we're out of the playoffs, but we'll be back next year. Anyways, that being said, we're coming off of the LA Fit Expo in Los Angeles. A very long, tiresome weekend, but we got it kicked off with some very good energy. A lot of the snowbirds are down here trying to find the latest products and the best deals, and moving into 2017, coming off of that New Year's weekend. There's lots of enthusiasm in the air, and I'm just going to cut right to the chase. I was there on behalf of Muscular Development, getting some pretty good interviews that are on our website right now at musculardevelopment.com. I got a hold of Flex Wheeler, caught up with Gunther Schlurkamp, had some words of wisdom from 1983 Mr. Olympia Samir Banu, and of course I found Dennis Newman from 1994 and talked with him. Hidetada Yamagichi, he mentioned defending his 212 title at the Arnold Classic coming up the first weekend in March. Oksana Grishina, our three-time Fitness Olympia champion, we talked to her and the new program that she's working with her pole dancing fitness competition that she's going to be unveiling at the Ferrigno Classic November of this year. Check that out. Caught up with Tamer El Gundy, the Southern California NPC state chairman, who had mentioned that he's got the largest contingency of competitions, 23 to 25 shows on the calendar for this year, doing big things for muscle contact and contest. And as well, kudos to Mark Mazurek, the promoter of the LA Fit Expo. Another amazing turnout for him, upwards of 20,000 people, in the context of the Staples Center being next door, having the Kings play on Saturday, and on Friday, and then on Saturday we had the Clippers and the Lakers, a back-to-back doubleheader downtown Los Angeles, and man, there's just a mass of people going on. But let's get to the elephant in the room, the Rich Piana story, 5% nutrition. I did an interview with him for Muscular Development. He seemed to be in good spirits. He still seems to be hobbling around the expo with a bad leg. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I asked him about his health. He seems to be in good spirits with respect to working with a HRT doctor, hormone replacement therapy, and he sounded like he was in great health. He had a long line, had a lot of muscle around him, a lot of big guys with lots of tattoos, and then all hell broke loose. One of his ex-employees or someone, Big Mac, went over looking for trouble because he showed up with about 5 or 7 guys, and it looked like it was the Crips versus the Bloods. And Rich was telling the guy, let's go one-on-one and take it outside, and Mac threw a punch, and I guess the big guy, Alex, the bodyguard, jumped in and blew out both of his knees. So I wasn't there for that melee, but I'm going to be talking with Rich and try to find out more details. But that's the craziest thing I've ever seen. I've been to expos all around the world. That's the first time I saw a WWE fallout take place. People were scrambling and trying to get away, and every other person was holding their cell phone videotaping. It's crazy. It's beneath me, and Rich walked away, and we'll find out more about that. I do know that the following day, on Sunday, Big Mac showed up to walk in, and I talked with one of the show co-promoters, and they were calling the authorities to make sure that he was not allowed entry. So it looks like that Big Mac is the one that's culpable for the melee that took place, and Rich was a paid sponsor, minding his business, and his privacy was invaded, and I believe they kept Mac out of there based on the security detail and the word I got back from the promoter. But let's find out a little bit more about what went down. I talked with Flex Wheeler. A lot of people say he's looking phenomenal. Is he making a comeback? No, guys. Flex Wheeler is not making a comeback. He said that he's just on a very good fitness training regime. He feels healthy. He's got the time. He's now, repping a company called Mexican, and he's got a product, a cooler that's going on to the Shark Tank. So he's doing very well, happy in his own skin. Gunther Schlurkamp, he's there with his lovely wife, Kim Lyons, who is a former fitness competitor, with their 6-year-old son, Jake, and they're doing very good. They've got some pretty cool things coming out as well. Another guy, Dexter Jackson, he was there. He said he's shutting it down. He's only going to do the Olympia. He figures if he's ever going to have another chance to grab that title again, he's got to do what the current champion does, compete only once, and focus right now until September on winning that title. So that's Dexter's next biggest challenge. He felt slighted this past season, thought he beat Shawn Rhoden, and thought he beat Phil Heath. So he's still got the very positive attitude about being Mr. Olympia, and he's making 2017 his mission to upset the apple cart and take back his title from 2008 and get a second Mr. Olympia title and sail off into the sunset at the ripe old age of 47 years old. Time will tell. if that's possible. Outside of that, I caught up with Rich Gaspari. Rich Gaspari is bringing back some of his old products. He's focusing heavily on trying to promote his brand. Once again, he's got a lot of good things going on in 2017. He's actually sponsoring with Muscular Development again, and he's looking forward to the Arnold Classic as well, supporting Hidetada Yamagishi. Another thing that I noticed was there weren't a lot of competitive bodybuilders in the offseason walking around. I did see Shawn Rhoden. Of course, I saw four-time Mr. Olympia. Jay Cutler was in the house. But I didn't see a lot of the guys that actually are doing the business of bodybuilding. Most of these expos, typically, it brings all the guys out. I didn't see that. I talked with little big man, giant killer, Shawn Clarita. But I didn't see the guys that were traveling from different areas of the country there supporting the Fit Expo here on the West Coast. We will see them all probably in Columbus, Ohio. And make sure that you check out the new lineup for the Arnold Classic Australia. Promoter Tony Doherty has now put out that new lineup. It's on and available at musculardevelopment.com in terms of his turnout for his competition. And make special note that the Arnold Classic Brazil is now moving to Sao Paulo from Barra, Brazil to Sao Paulo for the first time. Just the same way that the Arnold Classic moved from Madrid to Barcelona, the Arnold Classic Brazil is now going from Barra to Sao Paulo. That's going to be taking place at the end of April. Also on the calendar, we've got coming up the New York Pro Championships will also be held in the month of May. That's a huge one. Lots of guys are trying to do that. I talked with John De La Rosa. He says that he's going to get back in the fray. He's weighing 280 pounds at what? Maybe 5'6" on a good day. Look for the return of Jose Raymond to the Arnold Classic. I believe he mentioned that he was going to do the Arnold Classic. But all things being told, the weekend went off pretty good, and it's a nice indication of bodybuilding and fitness and powerlifting being right where we need to be moving into the new season. Looking forward to some great classic physiques. I talked with defending Olympia champion in the physique classic division, Danny Hester. He says he's going to shut it down, and he's waiting for September to defend that title. So some other guys will have an opportunity to qualify and win and challenge him come September for the classic Mr. Olympia physique. Outside of that, great way to kick off the new year. I'm looking forward to bigger and better things. Stay tuned to Shawn Ray Unleashed, and we're going to start breaking things down. I'm going to be bringing you these once a week, and send me your topics. Put them on the Muscular Development Forum, and I will cover it. I'm looking for a lot of Where Are They Now guys to catch up with them to give you guys the information on how they're doing. And did an interview with Generation Iron. They're coming out with their second movie, and that's going to be a little bit more focused on the evolution. That's inclusive of the Instagrammers and the YouTubers and all the things that are going on in terms of expanding the fitness industry with a lot of guys that have millions of followers, but nobody knows who they are because they don't have the competitive pedigree. However, it is big business, so stay tuned to Generation Iron. All right? For the meantime, I'm Shawn Ray Unleashed from MuscularDevelopment.com.